These are overripe bananas. Today I share with you an easy overripe banana recipe. This recipe is on how to make banana puff puff. The puff puff you see, yes, this is puff puff with banana. As this video continues, I'll also share with you some benefits of overripe banana as well as other overripe banana recipe. To make banana puff puff, the first thing I will do is to activate the yeast. And to activate the yeast, I'll start by pouring some sugar into lukewarm water. I'll mix very well until the sugar dissolves, and then I'll proceed to pour my instant yeast into the sugar and water mixture. After I pour the yeast into the sugar and water mixture, I'll mix very well until everything dissolves properly. Then I'll set this aside and allow the yeast to rise. The reason why I like to do this is because the sugar in the yeast helps the yeast rise faster. It activates the yeast faster. I'll proceed to cover this bowl filled with the yeast mixture, and then I'll wait for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I'll show you how much I have been able to activate the yeast in just a little time. I'll cover this and then I'll set this aside. And now I'll take you over to the overripe bananas. These are the overripe bananas, and for this recipe I'll start by peeling the bananas first. Now let me tell you some of the overripe banana recipes that I think you should try. Overripe bananas can be used to make banana bread. If you love bread, I think you should try making banana bread with overripe bananas. You can also make a quick banana ice cream with your overripe bananas. Another recipe that is so easy and everybody loves it is banana smoothie. It is nice, it is creamy and lovely. Now, if you love pancakes for your breakfast, why not consider making banana pancakes for breakfast? So that said, let me tell you some of the benefits of overripe banana. Overripe bananas are easily digested, and this is because the carbohydrates in them have been converted to sugar, which makes them, a lovely choice for a person with sweet tooth. Another thing with overripe bananas is they provide relief from heartburn. So if you are thinking about improving your heart health, consider overripe bananas. Now that I'm done peeling the skin of the overripe bananas, I'll proceed to blend with my food processor. For this recipe, remember I said this is an easy overripe banana recipe. So I'll be using the food processor for most of the processes. After blending the bananas, I'll proceed to add my yeast. Take a look at what the yeast looks like after just 5 minutes. Isn't this lovely? Yes, it saves you a lot of time and a lot of effort. And I know you're thinking, why is overripe banana in puff puff recipe? Well, this is a puff puff recipe that I think you should try. So keep watching. If you've watched this video to this point, don't forget to like this video, leave your comment, share this video, and subscribe to this channel. I'll proceed to add the dried ingredients such as flour. I'll add some sugar and I'll add some salt. Now, here is what I intend to do with this food processor. Instead of mixing in the dried ingredient by hand, I have decided to use the food processor to do the mixing. And you'll see what I get after I'm done with the mixing. Now, after mixing, take a look at the puff puff batter. Isn't this just lovely and nice and easy as the recipe states? Now, let me continue to explain some of the other benefits of overripe banana. If you're looking to improve your heart health, consider eating overripe bananas because overripe bananas are rich in minerals like potassium and magnesium. Also, eating overripe bananas helps reduce cholesterol. I'm simply mixing the puff puff batter just a little bit, and after mixing this just for, let's say, 2 to 3 minutes, not too long, I'll proceed to cover the batter and then I'll allow it to sit for 45 minutes till the batter rises. Now, if you're new on this channel, I'd like to say welcome. Thank you for visiting my food blog today. After 45 minutes, this is what the puff puff batter looks like. It has risen and it is time to fry. To fry puff puff batter is very simple. All I would have to do is to put a pot on my cooker. I'll add some oil and then I'll allow the oil to heat up. But as this video continues, I'll share with you one tip that you should take note of so that you have properly cooked puff puff both on the outside and on the inside. But first, I'll proceed to reduce the puff puff batter to its normal size by simply mixing and mixing and mixing to get rid of the excess air as this video continues. Now, let me say this. If you are an ardent viewer of my videos, you are a consistent follower of my channel, thank you so much for your continuous support and effort. I love you. Now, I'll proceed to add the puff puff batter, or proceed to put the puff puff batter into the oil in little balls. This is what you should aim to get. As soon as the puff puff batter enters the hot oil, the batter should float to the top of the oil. This is what tells you that you're on the right track. Now, here is a tip that I would like to share with you. When you are done putting all the puff puff batter your pan or your pot can contain for that moment or for that batch that you're frying, the next thing you should do is to turn down the heat from high heat to medium heat. I'll explain why you should do this. You need to do this so that your puff puff would be properly fried on the inside while it attains that lovely golden brown color on the outside. If you do not turn down the heat, what happens is the outside of the puff puff looks properly fried, looks lovely, a beautiful shade of golden brown. But then by the time you bite into the puff puff, you'd find out that you still have some raw puff puff batter in the middle of the puff puff because the heat cooked the puff puff so fast, but then it didn't cook the puff puff properly to get everything on the inside properly cooked. As you can see right next to my pot of fine puff puff, I have already fried some, and you can see they're looking so lovely, so inviting, and so yummy. Now I turn the puff puff to the other side so that I can get both sides properly fried. After frying both sides to this, take a look at this lovely shade of golden brown. I'll scoop out the puff puff from the hot oil and I'll put it in the basket. With this video, I hope I have been able to show you how to do puff puff at home. So if you like puff puff and if you have some overripe bananas at home, feel free to make puff puff with banana. Delicious, lovely. You should try it to understand what I'm trying to say. But then, we've gotten to the end of this video. And I'd like to say, once again, as I would always say, thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you for visiting this food cooking channel. If you like Nigerian food and Nigerian dishes, yes, you're welcome because you're in the right place. And I promise to post new videos every week as I have always done. Another thing is, like I'd always say, don't forget, good food should be enjoyed.